Luckily, Mark's already covered running uphill, so that just leaves me with the downhill. Never mind. Well, in this video, we're going to be tackling those descents. In training and racing, you'll almost certainly be faced with an incline and a decline at some point on the run. Now, descending at speed is a real skill, and if you can carry that confidence through to your race, then you'll be able to make up significant time, and you might even be able to put in an attack on your competitors. Including hill reps in your training is actually pretty common. However, the focus is usually on the uphill, but it is worth spending some time concentrating on your downhill running. And it's worth being mindful of this skill, practicing running at different speeds on different descents, and you can mix it into your various sessions. And it's especially worth it if you know you've got a technical hilly course coming up in your next race. Before we look at the fastest and most efficient way to descend, there are actually a few key points to avoid when you're running downhill. Now, to start with, leaning too far back. If you're doing this, you're fighting against gravity, and it's actually counterproductive. Gravity can help you to run faster without any extra effort. But on the other hand, if you lean too far forwards, it could all end in tears. We'll look at cadence and foot placement later on, but if you overstride or you place your feet incorrectly, then you can lose all your momentum, and even worse, you could risk getting injured. Don't underestimate the effect on your leg muscles of running downhill. It's actually more damaging to your muscles running downhill than it is up, as your muscles are trying to contract whilst they're lengthening, which is known as eccentric loading. But don't worry, you can actually find this gets less noticeable as you practice in training. Right, it's time to look at some key points that will help you descend with confidence and speed. Start your descending practice on a nice, small, gradual gradient, nothing too steep so you don't pick up bad habits. And then once you've got that confidence, you can progress to something a little more challenging. To begin with, start slowly and stay in control to build your confidence. Once you feel you've got the technique under control, then you can start building up more speed, and make sure you do practice race pace so your muscles can get used to that eccentric loading. Staying focused yet relaxed is essential for confident descending. And I know it's easier said than done, but by adding these sessions into your training plan will really help. Right, now let's look at the finer points. When you're running on the flat and uphill, you should always have great form. Well, descending is no exception. So make sure you focus on your posture and you always engage your core. Aim to look 10 to 15 meters at the trails ahead of you and remain relaxed. And then with your face, if you can, smile, or at least just relax it, as this will help reduce any tension in your shoulders. Try and lean from your ankles. So imagine there's a line going from your ankles to the top of your head, but without leaning too far. So on a gradual slope, you can keep your body perpendicular to the ground. Focus on your cadence and taking smaller steps, as quick feet and quick contact time will stop you from overstriding and also prevent you from putting the brakes on. This is a time to let gravity and momentum help you. If you're usually a forefoot or midfoot runner on the flat and the uphill, well, when it comes to downhill, it might be worth considering more of a heel strike, especially on the steeper hills. Also, try and keep your knees bent or soft, as it just helps absorb the shock through your joints. Don't be afraid to use your arms. Let them feel free and react to the ground and the movements below you. And this is a skill that you'll see the top fell runners using to their advantage on those steep descents. Running downhill, frustratingly, isn't always as easy as it sounds, but with a bit of practice and start using your arms, leaning away from the hill, for example, you'll be amazed at how quickly you can actually become more efficient at it. If you want to get more videos from GTN, then you can subscribe by just hitting the globe. And if you want to see how to run uphill, there's a video for that here. And for some training sessions on Kenyan hills, there's a video just here.